Hey guys, how's everyone doing? This is Nick from ForexNews.com with a daily analysis. Today is Thursday, the 11th of March 2021. Time is 10:07 here in the UK. Sorry about the late start. We're just having some technical difficulties. Took a little while to get it solved, but we're all good now. So yeah, let's just dive right into it, guys. First things first, GBPUSD. Let's take a quick look at that. This is a trade that we entered yesterday, or was it the day before? It was the day before, clearly. I believe it was entered in the analysis. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't because I didn't have my phone, but I called it in the analysis, and I entered it shortly after the analysis, and I believe a lot of you guys entered during the analysis or shortly after, like I did. Trade's progressing pretty decently. It'll probably not hit target until next week, I mean, if at all. So I'm just going to let this one run, no reason to close it out. Now, GBPCHF, this is another trade that I shared on Tuesday's analysis. This one isn't going as well as I would like. It's kind of just stuck at around the entry level. Now with this one, probably going to close it out before the weekend. It's really made no progress. There's no reason to keep it open. The thing with breakout trades is you enter anticipating a breakout. You're anticipating a big move in one direction. If that big move doesn't come, then the entire premise for the trade is wrong. So probably going to close this one out either today or tomorrow. Going to try get out at break even, or maybe with a few pips just to counter any losses I would have taken, but we'll see how it goes. CADJPY, if anyone's still long on CADJPY, I would just hold on to that. No real reason to exit. Hold on and let it hit the next resistance area or something. It really depends where you entered. I know a lot of you entered on a retrace. So some of you might already be at your 2R target at this point, but it might be, you might be looking for that 3R target, so just hold on to it. You may as well lock in some profit on this one and just let it run. CADCHF, again, if you're in this one, you may as well just hold on to it. Looks looks pretty good so far. It isn't moving up as fast as I would want. It did bounce from that resistance area, so yeah, I would say just leave it open, guys. No real reason to exit, but all of these by Friday you should be looking to potentially exit. If you went long on GBPJPY, again, just keep it open like the other GBP trades. Just keep it open. There's no real reason to close this one out. Tricky trade. I really don't think many of you are long on this one. I think most people just opted out of this one because of the resistance area that's in the way. USDJPY. Now, this is one of the more annoying ones this week. It pushed up really quickly and then it just dropped back down and it hasn't really done anything since. It's sitting around the entry level. So again, with something like this, if it doesn't really gain any significant ground by tomorrow, probably best to close it out over the weekend. That's what I would do anyway. Just close it out. I'm no longer interested in it, because as I explained, once you get into a breakout trade, the premise is that it's going to break out and shoot up really quickly. If it starts moving sideways, then the entire reason for entering that trade is wrong. It's a flawed, well, not flawed, but it just didn't really work out how you were anticipating. So there's no reason to just stay in from stubbornness. So probably going to close this one. Well, I'm not in this one, but probably would advise to close this one out on Friday. If I was in it, I'd close it out on Friday. Maybe even today, just see how it goes. NOKJPY for Dave, I believe, who's in this one. This one's moving quite well. Just keep this one open. EURCAD. EURCAD is... I didn't enter this one, by the way, just to be clear. I was planning on entering at some point, but I haven't entered yet. I might enter today or maybe on Monday. It's forming a nice little indecision candle at this level. I might be tempted to enter. You know, at this point, it just seems a bit too late in the week. So I might just enter this one on Monday. But I know some of you guys are in this one. So if you're in this one, you may as well hold on. It still looks okay. It's forming a decision at this level. So I wouldn't be surprised if we just see a continuation from here. So yeah, just hold on to it. EURJPY is finally making its move up. Now in yesterday's analysis, I made a small mistake saying that I was looking for a breakout of the 13000. But if you look back here, you see that these highs were in fact a bit higher. So I'm looking for a breakout above the 130.14. So it's making us move up. I want to see that breakout above the 130.14. If it breaks out above there, I'll be looking for that trade. USDCAD. USDCAD's making a move down, but it's still pretty far from the break point here. Just keeping an eye on it, seeing how that plays out. New Zealand USD. Yeah, there was a long opportunity here that I never really took because I didn't see a good entry point. I know some of you entered on the 12-hour. So for those of you who did enter on the 12-hour, wait, who's in this one on the 12-hour? Just to check. And while people answer if anyone's actually in that one, we'll go down to USDCHF. Now, USDCHF, I said that I was waiting for a daily indecision on this support area to see if I could get in for a long continuation. But obviously we have not got that daily setup. I know a few of you entered on the 12-hour and got stopped out almost immediately. That's always the danger of not waiting for the daily, that you're going to get in a false move. I'm not in this. I obviously didn't get in this one because, like I said, I was waiting for the daily. But this one's off the list at this point. I mean, it's fallen back below the level we're looking at. Off the list at this point. No longer looking for a setup there. New Zealand USD, so you're in it on the 12-hour, Martin. Okay, I guess we'll move it up to the open trades list then. Oh, damn it, can I stop grabbing all the wrong stuff? Cool. There we go. Cool, well, keep that trade open. A lot of trades in some nice floating profit right now. There's just a ton of decent trades running. Not quite as exciting as last week, because last week we had some huge movers. Or was it the week before? I can't even remember anymore. I think it was last week. Had some huge moves, but this week is a bit quieter, a bit slower. But that's totally fine. But yeah, those are the open trades so far. Let's look for some new trades if there is anything. I doubt there is. Well, AUDJPY has made a move closer to this break point, so I will be looking for a breakout on AUDJPY. Your AUD is working its way down, so alright, fair enough. Let's may as well add that to the list too, since it's quite obviously started to move downwards. I'm not trading New Zealand JPY. Yeah, and that's it, guys. That is it for today's analysis. Are there any questions? I was just taking a quick look at cryptos, actually. I want to take a look at some other stuff for you guys. While you guys ask any questions you may have. Lloyd, when you say you've been noticing that pattern, how many trades are you noticing this over? Just out of curiosity. But yeah, that's what I find. There's really no rush to enter a trade. Usually rushing to enter a trade is just a symptom of fear of missing out, FOMO. Ooh, 30 plus, that's a good number, cool. That is enough to say it's a pattern. Yeah, usually rushing to enter a trade is just fear of missing out, and more often than not, it's just going to lead to losing. I want to see Bitcoin hit 60K. That'd be pretty nice. Well, honestly, I want to see it hit 500K. That'd be even nicer. But for now, small goals. Hit 60 would be cool. I'm long BTC, LTC, and Cardano. Pretty bullish on those. Ethereum, I'm waiting patiently. But there's a lot more stuff that I'm long on, but I'm not really going to get into cryptos. I shouldn't have talked about cryptos, guys. This analysis is Forex, not cryptos. Just kind of brain lapse there. And what am I doing? I have oil on my indices. No, I don't have. I have this one, but I think this is the correct one. Where do I see GME going? I don't know, man. I'm not really. You can't really do any analysis on GME because it's just been completely influenced by the hedge funds and the traders. It's just a battle right now between hedge funds and the rest of us. Well, not just hedge funds, managed funds and the rest of us. So there's no real proper analysis to be done here. If you hate the hedge funds, like you probably should, and the managed funds and all the big boys who just constantly manipulate the markets and then get mad whenever we dare to do some manipulation ourselves, then just buy GameStop, buy it as a protest. But if you're looking to make money from it, then you're better off putting your money elsewhere. because this is way too risky, in my opinion, if you're doing it as an investment. But if you're doing it as a screw you to the big boys, jump right in. We're glad to have you. Let's see how much we can bankrupt these guys. So yeah, that's my thoughts on GME, guys. For cryptos, look, I'm not going to get into all the details of cryptos. It's a very complex thing. We're doing some crypto stuff. I'll be releasing a crypto course on cryptosfornoobs.com soon, and any members of the Forex for Noobs course will get a very significant discount. So if you really want to see how we trade cryptos, there's that. I'm not trying to sell you on the course, I'm just saying we're doing that. So yeah, I think it's probably coming out in a few weeks. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's get back to Forex and stuff loosely related to Forex, which is oil. Lloyd was asking about. Let's take a quick look at oil. Long trade today. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big oil trader, but the long trade makes sense to me. I just have some long-term positions on oil that have been I've held those for, I can't even remember how long at this point. I think somewhere down here, but that's just extreme long-term stuff. Getting in long now, you're going to be butting up against some pretty major resistance. Oh no, never mind. It's kind of cleared that resistance, hasn't it? But yeah, this is the resistance it's going to be stuck at right now. So yeah, you are coming up against some major resistance actually. So if it manages to clear that, then sure, why not? The way I do cryptos, I don't leverage trade cryptos. I just buy the crypto and sell it. That's all. You just buy it. So let's say I want to go in on Bitcoin. I'll buy a Bitcoin. Well, not a Bitcoin, but you know what I mean. I'll buy some Bitcoin, or I'll buy some Cardano or whatever, and when I want to sell it, I sell it through things like Binance. Essentially, Martin. I'm just not a fan of leverage trading cryptos. The leverage, you don't need leverage on cryptos for starters. And it's way too unregulated. I'd rather just straight up buy. But anyway, like I said, we're not here to talk about cryptos. I'm kind of annoyed with myself for even bringing it up. I was just waiting for questions, so I flicked over to the crypto charts because I've been looking at them a lot. So I just kind of was taking a quick look at what they were doing. I promised myself I wouldn't mention it in the analysis just because I don't want this to become a crypto analysis as well as a Forex analysis, because yeah, it would just take like 10 times longer. Totally my fault. I should not have looked at the charts. I'm silly for doing that. It's just kind of one of those kind of automation things that I do, because whenever I'm on my charts these days, I just go, oh, let's take a look at these. Oh, cool. And then I go back to Forex. So it's just an automatic thing I did kind of without thinking, really. So yeah, anyway, let's do a quick summary on what we're here for, which is Forex. We got some potential breakouts. 130.14 for EURJPY, Euro AUD, we got a potential breakout at the 1.5253, AUDJPY, we got a potential breakout at the 84.97. Let's round that up to the 85 because it's a cycle level, so I want to see a breakout from the 85.00. USDCAD, we're still just waiting for that nice little level there at the 1246865, whatever. A few pips here or there don't matter with these kinds of trades, but we're waiting for a breakout over there. So that is it for Thursday's analysis. This is the last analysis of the week. For all the other trades, pretty much my advice is hold on at least until Friday or late Thursday. So, this evening or tomorrow morning, lunchtime, probably at the absolute latest. Then I'll be looking to close most of these. GBPUSD I might leave open over the weekend just because that's a reversal. We're looking for different stuff here, but most of these breakouts, especially the ones that aren't really doing much for you, like GBPCHF, that's not doing much for me. And what was the other one that's not doing much? I can't remember. USDJPY, probably just better to close those out and not hold over the weekend. So thank you guys very much for attending, and I'll see you guys for Tuesday's analysis, which is going to be at 10 a.m. But of course, if you're a member, I'll see you on the forum, or when you message me. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later.